Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be updating you guys on the latest model guidance for these East Coast potential snowstorms. We're going to be going over the entire pattern as well throughout this video. Anyways, before I get into things, be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. For today's comment of the day, I want to know, do you think that any of these snowstorms will be major ones? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video, and first things first, we're taking a look at our current radar imagery here. As you can see, we have this storminess up here in the northwestern United States. We're going to be talking all about that because we are seeing some heavy rainfall in there and heavy snowfall in some spots, so that it needs to be talked about. Now, we do also have some heavy snowfall. Well, I guess spots of heavy snowfall. It is lake effect enhanced, so we do see some of that becoming heavy, but really it's just an area of snowfall there for the upper Midwest. We see Minnesota, Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan included there. Now, we do see some areas of rainfall down here for the south central United States taking place also, and then some lingering snow showers up there for the New England states, as well as some lake effect further inland. Once we take a zoomed in look here at the northwestern United States, it's clear that we do have a lot of this precipitation going on, especially for these more coastal and western regions of Washington and Oregon. Here you can see a lot of it is on the Washington side, heavy rainfall, and then some heavy snowfall happening here in the northern Cascades. We are seeing some of these showers escape further eastward and more inland here for both Washington and Oregon, but that's not the main areas of precipitation yet. Later this morning, likely it will. We do see some of these showers down here for the more western Oregon regions as well, although it's a little bit lighter, but it is in here, especially kind of building itself in. Now, all of this is really going to make its way further inland eventually. Obviously, usually once it makes its way past the mountains, it's not quite as intense, but we will see these areas of precipitation move further and further inland over time. Now, let's take a look at one of our other regions here. Let's take a look at some of this rainfall going on down here for the south central United States. And we do have some showers around here for areas of New Mexico and Texas here. Generally in the southwestern regions of Texas, and then the southeastern regions there of New Mexico. We are seeing these rain and some snow showers here for New Mexico, especially in those regions. Let's take a look at that snowfall up in the upper Midwest. And as you can see, it is lake effect enhanced, like I mentioned. Mostly these regions in here are seeing a lot of this snowfall. And we're seeing these bands head over the lakes and become lake effect enhanced. I wouldn't be surprised if we do eventually see this make its way down into the lower peninsula of Michigan, as well as maybe even further south regions of Wisconsin there, probably breaking up by the time we're reaching the afternoon hours. Now, as we move up into the northeastern United States here, as you can see, we could see some of these lake effect snow showers heading off of the lakes for sure, and even some of those showers making their way well towards the east coast. We're even seeing areas, especially here in southern New England, some heavier snow showers pass through Boston. Now they're kind of in southern Massachusetts, northern Rhode Island. Those should be cleared out by time we reach mid to late morning, I would say, probably breaking up as well over time. But there is some pretty heavy but brief snow showers set up over the northeastern corner of the country. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on and take a look at that model guidance, where there's a lot to go over. Now, we'll be going over the European and the GFS model today and comparing what they think for each of these storms. But let's just move on, because we all know kind of the pattern we're dealing with if you watched yesterday's video. Trough in the east, ridge in the west, but very quiet. We're not really seeing much precipitation with these areas of cold or even warmth, really. Let's just keep going on with this. And really our first storm that we're going to see in this pattern is going to happen around Thursday time frame. First off, we are seeing some storminess up here in the north central United States, a very minor clipper. But also, we do see this storminess kind of build in for the east coast. Now, as of right now, this is not very long range. This is a very short range, matter of fact. And we don't see much of this turn into anything. We see the storm really develop here, but the precipitation can't reach the east coast as of now. So this would take a major, miraculous western trend at this point to bring much of anything to anybody. Now, it's mostly this one we're concerned about here that we see built in. You can see this area of snowfall up here that is going to be associated with it. And over time, it builds in. We see another massive trough in the east, much more massive even this time. and we see this build in. But on the European model, we see that this really just brings, way further south than a lot of the other models have been showing, or even the European model in the past has been showing. This is suppressed way to the south. Way to the south. Now, the interesting thing to note here is I think with this type of a solution, this really, with the northern trend we always see with the models, I think the area I'm eyeballing for the best chance of snowfall with this one is really this region in here. Right in here. Now, I live in southeastern Virginia, as you guys know. So I know that when snowstorms appear like they're going to be in this circle here, where you see the models actually calling for it, they usually end up trending northwest into where my region sees snowfall and the regions I've circled in there. From my experience, if long range the models call for snowfall in this region, it's going to end up trending northward towards the northern mid-Atlantic and the northeast. It's going to trend away. So long range, you kind of want the models to show snowfall too far south of you, and then what will end up happening is last minute it will trend northwest to where it's hitting you. In my experience, all of the major snowstorms I've really tracked for my own region have showed up like this in the long range, and then eventually trended north. So this is something that is very interesting to note. Now, we do see that one move out innocently on this model, but again, I do expect a northwest trend with this, so I think this will be much more major of a solution here. Now, afterwards, after this storm, we really see a quiet but cold pattern. We do get a little bit of storminess there at the very end towards the 21st, but so probably 2 to 4 potential chances at snowfall for the East Coast. On this specific model run, none of them pan out, though. Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack all the way and take a look at the GFS model instead. Here's the GFS. Let's play this out. Here is the Thursday-Friday storm. As you can see, this one is also offshore, not really able to bring impacts there. So let's continue this on. So this one's a little bit closer because we do begin to see some snowfall for New England with this storm. But here comes our next one. And on this model, it really just does a huge horseshoe here. We see already heavy snowfall here on the GFS model. And look, this is Saturday, January 15th. This isn't super long range. And what we see happen is this becomes a Miller A nor'easter. And it comes all the way up the coast here. We're seeing major snowfall here for the deep south states here on this model. And then let's zoom into the east here. Heavy snowfall. Again, you can expect a northern trend with this. But really, the GFS already is north. It is far northwest of what the European model is showing, and the storm actually tracks like this. For my region, I would be not looking at all snow, for sure. And by the way, I don't live exactly on that dot. I just try to, leave it a little broad. I don't want people to know my address or anything, so I usually don't put the marker exactly where I live, by the way. Now we do see some heavy snowfall built in for the mid-Atlantic, some sleet and icy mix building in according to this model. This low pressure system is awfully close to the coast there, but this would be a major snowstorm regardless. This is a 978 millibar, huge Miller A nor'easter, and that would be absolutely a crushing snowstorm, as you can see. 10 to 30 inches from Alabama, Georgia, all the way up the East Coast. This would be an extreme snowfall event if this was to take place, and the GFS certainly does have a major solution with this one. Let's just continue this on, because look, the GFS does have a couple of minor snowstorms taking place here, especially the mid-Atlantic there. We see more. There's another chance, another one. This is all the way through the end of January, and this model keeps us in a trough pattern that looks kind of like this. This is long range, so let's move this back. Generally, it keeps us in a trough in the east pattern all the way through the 21st at least and beyond. And this is what causes these storms to be able to match up, because we do see there is a southern jet somewhere in there. Look at all this precipitation, this train of precipitation making its way south of that jet stream, and then they hook up there, and then that's what causes the potential chances for these East Coast snow events. Anyway, super interesting pattern we have coming up. GFS, obviously much more interesting than the European model, but which one will be correct? I think something in between. I really think the European model is going to trend a little bit north and a little bit west over time, and I really do feel like this is a mid-Atlantic storm that is coming up with potential to ride up the coast as well, so we're going to be watching for all of those possibilities obviously in the upcoming video. So stay tuned for those. I really feel like even though I mentioned that my region and areas a little bit further north than me could see this snowfall, it could trend even further north than that. That is worth mentioning. I have seen that happen as well. But this just does remind me of a type of snowstorm that would give me snowfall, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. Although I'm not keeping my fingers crossed. I'm just letting you guys know. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Today's confidence tab, we're still at a 3 out of 6 today. I really feel like, with the European model showing a non-event and then the GFS model showing a huge event, I really feel like that lowers the confidence since they're not together yet. But once they're in agreement, our confidence tab is going to really trend upward huge, big time. Now, for today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, do you think that February will end up being more active than this January has been and will be, or do you think that we will see a little bit of a less active month? And James Marr said, I believe February will be more active and more snowy for the East. And I think that's kind of a safe bet at this point with how December and January have gone. And if it keeps trending colder and snowier, that'll surely be the case. For today's Patron Highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our Platinum patrons, Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Lil the Pan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I would also thank our Diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Kudalasa, Catbite, Charles Tennant, Bill Dallas, Gary's, and John Colisi also. I'd also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.